Hello, and welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Remnant Shadow, our Star Wars actual play. I'm your GM for the evening, Jason, and with me as usual will be Duba playing Doc, Rappy playing Keltzer, Eric playing the Captain. I'm not even going to try it tonight. And Jeremy playing Ozen. And let's see, last week we left off with, let's see, you had stopped a lynch mob from harming a crazy old guy, but kind of a harmless one. Mm-hmm. You know, if you don't take into account all the traps he puts out around his cabin.
Eh.
Ozen's the forgiving sort, I guess.
Encroaching on his property, so, you know.
Not all the woods back behind his property were his, though.
Most of it.
But, so anyway, you dealt with, kind of little local problems, that might indirectly have been related to you.
Mm-hmm. Who knows? It's a mystery.
And I believe we ended the session with you getting a call from your good friend, Ludo the Hutt.
Ludo the Hutt.
He has an opportunity for you that he would like to meet you and talk to you about. And, you know, he gave you the coordinates, you know, told you what city on what planet he'll be at for the next couple of weeks at least.
Yeah.
And I believe y'all had decided to at least go hear him out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe a little bit of trepidation.
Don't have much of a choice in the matter.
Well, yeah, you don't really owe Ludo anything. You owe his uncle, so if this is something his uncle wants you to do, then maybe, but...
We can bring that up when we get there.
So you make your way to the meeting, you know, stopping off to sell some of the stuff you picked up in the meantime.
Yes. Making some profit.
Because the captain was wheeling and dealing.
He was.
As
and you turn a respectable profit. Alright, where's that on that? So anyway, you make your way over to one of the larger worlds. I.e. one of them that's actually on the map.
I just need to actually hit launch game because I'm a moron.
Oh, you're not in Roll20 yet?
Well, I was, and then I went to check the D6 holocron, and I forgot to hit load tab, so it closed Roll20 and loaded the holocron instead.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Alright. So he's waiting for you on the world of Bonadan. Bonadan. If you know a better pronunciation, just let me know. It's polluted. It's been heavily strip mined.
Yeah.
But it is the chief port world here in the corporate sector.
Okay.
The planet's got 10 just ginormous spaceports. Very densely populated planet, very diverse population.
Did you say we're meeting him on the planet or at one of the ports?
This would be kind of the city around the port. Or, yeah, around the spaceport. It's an area that's built up and, you know, nice-ish at least.
Gotcha.
There's also space stations and whatnot, orbital habitats that probably some of the wealthier citizens would be on.
Yeah.
But Ludo is apparently here conducting business, so he's down on the surface.
Gotcha.
The landing fees are a little steeper here than what you've been used to paying lately.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nothing crippling. When you land on the surface, you have no trouble contacting Ludo.
Uh-huh.
And he is happy to meet you for dinner. Or he could come by, if you were willing to give him a tour of the ship, he wouldn't mind coming by and looking at the ship. Just however you want to do it.
He'll be in for dinner.
He seems to be happy with that. Oh, very well then. Let's see. What would be a good name for a Star Wars restaurant?
Mm.
I'm trying to think of like
I don't know why I pictured
Tatooine Bar and Grill or something.
I don't know why I picture like generic ass like Italian restaurant names.
Well, I mean, there is that one restaurant on Coruscant. This is basically just a ramen shop. Mm-hmm. So.
And in the prequel movies, you had the one that was just your typical diner, like 50s diner.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Fettuccine. Oh no, Huttachini. Hate that was in my head.
Huttachini.
What can I say except you're welcome?
I remember in one of the novels you had the those invader guys from outside the galaxy. I knew their name until I tried to say it.
Mm-hmm. How it works.
Yeah, but they killed the Hutt one time and ordered it shipped to the kitchen.
Oh.
It was a shame too. It was the only Hutt I've ever ran across in the book that ever felt guilt, and he didn't like it. Anyway, so y'all show up at the restaurant. Ludo has the back room rented out, or reserved, I should say. The maitre d' seems to realize who you are, as soon as you walk in.
Mm-hmm.
Ushers you back. As you walk in, Ludo is there. He is on a slightly raised platform, kind of up against one wall.
Mm-hmm.
The actual dining, the regular old dining table is kind of out in front of him a little ways.
Okay.
And, wait staff is already putting down food. They take your orders as you come in.
Right.
As you walk through the door, Ludo's, Captain, very good to see you again. Especially in friendlier circumstances.
Yes.
So to be clear, this is just the captain, right?
No. The entire crew was invited.
Cool.
He greets the captain first because the captain's, the boss.
Sure.
It is certainly better accommodations than our last meeting.
He's also got, of course, several bodyguards.
The Hutt tends to do.
There's some of whom you probably recognize.
Oz in particular, because she used to do that.
Really, just from your dealings with Arnox and being around him. Yeah, these are just some of those guys.
Take it business is doing well.
Oh, yes. There's fierce competition in the corporate sector, but we're making our foothold. We're getting our foothold, I should say.
Well, that's good. A sector as financially minded as corporate. I believe you do well here.
Yes, CorpSec can be picky about things, but But so could the Empire, and we did fine under them.
It's just a matter of where to push.
Mm-hmm.
And when not to.
I think Ozin clocks one of the guards and is like, Murdoch? Just like, does the head nod thing.
And Murdoch nods back.
So, my current business is concluded, and I'm always ready to hear about more business being brought my way.
Excellent, excellent. Let's go ahead and eat. Let's not rush.
Of course.
And there's, a huge amount of food being piled up in front of the hut. He's got his own little table in front of his.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen in the movies you saw the thing Jabba was sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
Arnox has always had a little raised platform.
Yeah.
Ludo, you've never seen on one of these things because when you see him, he's always around his uncle.
Yeah.
I said no salt.
Is that one of those cackling chatter monkeys with him? I don't remember the name of the thing, but
Salacious Crumb or something like that.
yeah,
It's not the name of the species. I think that was his actual name.
Its name. Yeah, that's why I said the chittering cackle monkey because I have no idea what its species is.
No, he doesn't seem to have any pets.
Okay,
But he's at a restaurant, so.
fair.
But once everybody's drinks arrive, Doc, do you sit at the table or you like standing in the corner?
I mean, Doc would he would probably pull up a chair and sit down. And if the person honestly asked him if he wanted a drink, he would say, "Your best motor oil."
The waitstaff just sort of looks at you. One of them seems annoyed that you're in a chair, but they don't say anything.
He would also then stop him again. It's an attempt at humor. I do have a humor protocol.
Very good.
That's the droid.
Sir?
He's a work in progress. Don't mind him.
No, very good, Captain. But eventually they get all the food laid out, and then the waitstaff withdraws and the door shut. One of the bodyguards takes out a little device, and he's like, kind of just does a little circuit around the room.
Do I hear that? Do I hear the doors when the waitstaff close lock?
They do.
That's what I thought.
So I hear your business has been going very well here, Captain.
Well, I haven't lost any real profits. At minimum, I've been breaking even. So,
sometimes
it's looking well.
Though you did have that one little job go awry.
Which one are you referring to, might I ask?
The one where we bumped into each other.
Ah, yes. That's what happens when one isn't given the full discourse of the job beforehand and left in the dark.
Indeed, indeed. But that's how CorpSec, how their secret operations like to go. To be honest, most of those men that you were carrying were probably mercenaries that didn't really know what they were getting into either.
Fair enough.
They had that one, one actual CorpSec member there overseeing it.
Yep. Shame he was found hiding on my ship.
Indeed. Still, it was by far the wisest course of action you could have taken. The Empire might have even let you out in a few months.
Yes, well, I don't exactly enjoy being stuck in one place for too long.
I can understand that.
Thank you for that, by the way. I appreciate it.
Well, I felt a little bad. my uncle may have been involved in diming out that operation.
Really?
He's been keeping fairly close tabs on you. As close as he can. I mean,
Side?
obviously
So
we haven't
he-
bugged your ship or anything, or he just your IO, or I'm sure your crew would have found such a thing.
So he dimed out the job that I was on, potentially removing a source of income from the debt I still owe him.
We had already caught word that CorpSec was going to attempt such a thing. And my uncle is trying to get in good with the Empire.
I see.
Why?
Frankly, he believes they will control this sector sooner rather than later.
From a business standpoint, it makes sense.
Indeed. At the same time, he's trying to get in good with CorpSec in case he's wrong.
Playing both sides, weighing the odds, and seeing which one tips the scales heavier.
Yes. Much like when you want to buy political influence, you buy from every party involved. That way, whoever gets in, you're on good terms.
You have it. Yes. And you have influence. It is a fairly solid Cassius Belli.
Uncle may also be fanning the flames of this Jedi hunt that seems to be going on in the media.
So throwing all of his eggs, as it were, into one basket, for the most part.
I think he has begun looking at you as an expendable resource.
Well, if he would prefer not to have the rest of the credits I owe him, he's free to continue to think as such. After all, an expendable resource can't exactly return what is owed if they're gone.
And under normal circumstances, that would keep you as long as you were continuing to pay up, would keep you relatively safe from being used as a pawn. But the amount of money he could potentially make in this sector, well, that makes the cost of one ship insignificant.
Cost of one ship that, despite a single blemish on the record, that was of my own doing, has a rather stellar trade record, capable of getting in and out where necessary, a resource he's willing to throw away.
If he thinks the gamble, if he thinks the gamble is worth it, yes.
Well, I suppose that leads me to the most appropriate question then. Why are you coming to me with this?
I do not approve necessarily of how Uncle is running things. I think he's getting a little old, a little stuck in his ways.
Ah.
I think the cartel could use a little fresher blood at the top.
I see. Well, it would...
I'm trying to see if Ludo is trying to kill his fucking uncle.
He has said nothing about killing him.
Uh-huh.
Just removing him from a position of power.
Sorry, go ahead.
And it would be... Would it be a safe assumption to assume that someone with a bit more of a technical and ship-oriented mind might take over said cartel as its head.
I am. Let's see how would he put this. Well, you know, the younger generations tend to keep up with technology better.
Yes,
and shipping is a big part of our business, so someone who knew ships, that would be a benefit.
That is true.
Though I'll have to admit, Uncle is no slouch as far as ships are concerned.
Well, a business as large and successful as the cartel your family owns, I would imagine someone who knows the operations quite well would do well in that position. One who has worked closely with the investments and the trade lanes and the ships involved.
There's one who does much of the grunt work. Much like how your best officers in the military were often the ones that came up through the ranks.
Quite so. Well, I do say, Ludo, you are very swiftly becoming my favorite Hutt.
How delightful.
Bars down.
The bar is in hell and Satan is tripping on it, but...
But, well, I'm pleased to hear you say that, Captain. You have become... You and your crew have become one of my favorite groups of smugglers, traders.
I would certainly hope so. I do like to keep a stable source of income, after all. Quick question. How much was it that we owed the cartel for the ship? Because I know a stock freighter is 100 grand.
I think we said it was 150 grand.
Yeah, and we had already
something in that ballpark.
We had already paid some of it off with, I think, 2 jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
and,
how much?
Now I think you had earned enough money with the plague cure.
Oh, he absolutely had. Yeah.
You could potentially have paid it off all at once.
Yeah.
Is it like a credit card thing where it's better to pay it off in payments instead of like doing it all at once?
Well, basically, Captain's mindset is he would, if it came to a similar scenario like this, where he was on the unfavorable end, he could use that as a bargaining chip. Say, hey, I could go ahead and pay off everything I owe you, one lump sum. You'd have, man, we'd break even. But anyway, so how much do we still owe?
I don't remember if you'd ever said how much if you'd actually paid any towards it yet or not.
He had with 2 of the jobs that we did for Ludo's uncle. How it turned out to be is what we'd get paid for those 2 jobs would go towards the capital that we owed.
That's right, because y'all ferried his agent.
Yeah, we ferried his agent to the world he was supposed to be at, and supposed to go to originally. That was a bust.
Mm-hmm.
So, talked to Uncle again, renegotiated the price up some for the additional transit to get him directly to the location.
Right, y'all. Which is when y'all took him to Kala and y'all got caught up in the race stuff at that point.
Yeah. So he had that higher renegotiated price to go towards the principal.
I want to say 10,000, but I'm not sure that was the original.
That was the original. The original was 10,000. Yeah. I don't remember what we said the adjusted was.
Well, for the moment, we'll just say that it went up to 15,000.
Okay. They still owe 135, which, if paid off now, we would still have 40 grand.
Which is still a good operating,
Yeah.
Or operating budget, nest egg, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's more than I've got in savings.
Yeah. You don't have to call me out like this, buddy.
So, I believe we all know where we stand. What is this, what is it that we can trade for you today?
Well, for, young blood to take over, something is going to have to be done about Uncle.
Understandable.
He has betrayed you, of course.
Yes, which...
Putting your life in danger. He has betrayed me in numerous smaller ways. Undercutting my authority, hindering me and moving forward in the organization.
Of course.
Trying to keep me in my place.
It's
terrible when family turns on one another like that.
Yes. I've only known the one, and she was taken away long ago.
Ludo waits for you to expound when you don't hear the home. Yes. Very sad, very sad.
Yes. Well,
No.
You know how I operate. You know the capabilities of the ship you helped to construct.
Though more than likely you would want to leave the ship out of this. It's recognizable, particularly amongst people of my uncle's organization.
Of course.
But I believe, between your crew, I believe you just certainly have the skills to do what needs to be done. Now, this is some people would consider this a job of getting your hands dirty.
I've never been the cleanest.
Would any members of your crew have issue with that? I mean, it is essentially self-defense for you at this point.
Well, I'm not sure about all of them. I would have to run it by them first, but...
Of course, as he's saying this, you can see him kind of cut his eyes over towards Ozen.
It's like we're right here.
Oh, he knows. I, however, wouldn't mind. I don't book threats to my person or my crew very well.
I did not think you were the sort of man to take this sitting down.
I'm not. I'll, of course, need details.
I can get you Uncle's schedule.
It's always good to have extra hands to make sure a trip goes smoothly.
Well, we would not want to get too many people involved.
Of course.
I believe you and your crew are trustworthy. And he gestured at and my men here are trustworthy.
Which is why you had them lock the door behind them.
Oh no, his men are in the room with you. It was the restaurant's people that left and locked the door.
Oh, that's who he's referring to.
Oh. Well, yes. We wouldn't want the restaurateurs to overhear anything that might upset them or leave them unsettled.
No, of course not.
It's really for their own good as much as anybody's.
Two can keep a secret if one of them are dead.
Oh, what a quaint expression. I quite like that one.
done a lot of work in all forms. No stranger to getting my hands dirty when necessary.
Good, good. Now, Uncle has increased his security of late. The discovery that there were spies in his organization, and just a general heightening of tensions back on Nar Shaddaa. Our organization is, after all, not the only ones trying to push into the corporate sector. Some are friendlier with CorpSec, while others are friendlier with the Empire. In fact, if the job with Uncle goes well, we might have to discuss whether you could help with some of these other terrible criminal organizations.
Cleaning house, as it were.
Well, keeping the fine people of the corporate sector safe from these brutes.
Huh? No house is truly safe when rats are in the walls.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
No, of course not.
And Ludo kind of looks over everybody at the table now. Are all of you willing to partake of this job?
Oh, he's looking at us.
Yes, he's looking at everybody. He's changed his focus. Kind of.
At this point, the captain turns, drink in hand, and he's looking at the rest of the crew too. He's already stated where he stands. He's perfectly willing to do it. This is a threat to himself and his crew.
He said self-defense.
Ludo nods. Indeed. Uncle will not stop pushing you into danger. It is all a part of his plan.
Of course it is.
In fact, Miss Jensen, he already has a dossier done up on you, ready to be, sent out to whomever it might prove useful to send it to.
Yes, I have a secondary objective then.
Just in case a situation came up where he thought it would be.
Oh, I
profitable.
Assumed he would have had one on hand. It's just a matter of when, not if.
Very much so.
I've worked with Hutts in the past, or I've known Hutts in the past. Kind of know what you're getting into.
Mm. Of course, were I to be the one the family chose to take over, given our good friendship, I would of course delete such a thing.
Of course. What? Is there a way I can clock this guy's as he's talking to me specifically, just kind of how he's feeling about, or how he's his timbre, if he's on the up and up?
Is this someone we are familiar with?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm not
there's
reading
a part of
his
it that
thoughts,
wants to hear and go, he's a Hutt.
Oh, I mean, beyond the obvious.
Beyond the obvious, he's a Hutt. Because the one thing about Hutts is they'll find a way to make their word come through, even if they don't actually, even if it's not the letter of what they initially said. But he can also just straight up be lying. So that's more what I'm trying to like ascertain here.
Oh, give me a perception. And if you got a skill that you think would be appropriate, feel free to mention it. I still don't have a list of skills memorized.
This is a pretty good. Oh, it's the same roll anyway. I was gonna say it'd be like a con, but it's the same roll because, like, it's one of those like liar understands liar sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same roll for me, so. Oh shit. And 19.
22.
Like I said, he's a liar.
You are, like I said, it's a Hutt and he's a gangster. Is he telling you the complete and unabashed truth? Obviously not.
Sure.
But you're not really picking up on any major lies. I mean, he wants his uncle gone for his own reasons, but he's been pointing out reasons that it would benefit you for this to happen as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I was almost max, but so he has to have more dice than me, or just simply rolled better. Ozen nods, and she's like, "All right." A minute of my cruising.
Held, sir.
I mean, sure.
Ludo looks pleased when Ozen, comes on board. When Kelter does, he doesn't look the least bit surprised.
He's like, "Yes, I got the Jedi."
The Mando? Well, of course. They sold the Mando out, and there's going to be money involved. Of course, the Mando's good to go.
I guess the question that Ozen would have would be like, what happens should your uncle be deemed unfit to serve? Does your family vote on it, or do you just show up and be like, "It's mine now"?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I mean, obviously, if the family doesn't think you're fit, you likely won't sit on the Hutts don't sit on thrones exactly.
You know what it's called? The thing that they carry.
Yeah. You won't be in charge for long if the entire family doesn't think you're worthy.
Actually.
Or if you are, then you've proven that you are worthy. Having said that, I've put out some feelers. I think I know how the family will fall.
Send a message to Zay, "We're going after Ludo's uncle." Her reply, "Finally escaping, and there's a damn wreck slowing traffic." It's like all bold and italics, so this is like peak just.
When you already feel like you're late for something, and then traffic gets in your way.
Yeah. Hey, she gonna look good for the interview tomorrow. I'll tell you what.
Worth it.
Yeah, just send me a pic of the how she's gonna get her hair done. I'm like, yeah, do it.
Hell yeah.
Ludo goes on. I will of course cover your expenses. And I can provide passage back to Nar Shaddaa. Off the book passage.
Of course.
Uncle will undoubtedly simply think that you're bouncing around some of these smaller worlds, as you've been doing for the past month or two. We often lose track of you when you do that.
It helps. It also helps me get a feel for how local markets work. And in turn, how they impact the markets of CorpSec as a whole.
Indeed. You can tell a lot about any sort of structure by looking at the foundation.
Quite so. Just recently, I turned a 10% profit.
Oh, very good.
You just have to know where to look.
So I am supposed to be returning to Nar Shaddaa sometime in the next couple of weeks. It's a little up in the air exactly when my business here will wrap up. You can have passage on my ship. The crew is completely trustworthy. It's amazing what you can do with explosive implants.
Indeed. Well, when would we be leaving?
Well, like you said, when his business wraps up in a couple of weeks.
Understandable.
He would suggest finding somewhere to store your ship in the meantime.
Very well.
You know, he can have a third party, you know, pick you up from wherever it is you wish it to be left.
I have a question for Ayertha specific.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that Ozin is a Jedi, would he still try to resist? Not mind control, obviously, off the question already, but like telepathy.
Most people would, because, you know, you don't want some fallen wizard that works for gangsters poking around in your head.
Also, I'm asking Ayertha and not Ludo. Ayertha is much more
He'll
understanding.
Are you trying to give a message or to read his mind?
Trying to give a message.
Oh, okay. That's up to him.
I'm not trying to read his mind. I'm trying to trying to see if he would resist sending a message or a message being sent.
He'll be very grumpy about it. And as long as it's short,
yeah,
he'd be okay with it. Because
I still have to roll. I
literally left it up to the dice.
Yeah,
Odd,
sure.
he would accept it. Even, he'd go, get the fuck out of my head. And I rolled a 5. So.
All right.
I had misunderstood. I thought you were trying to pull something on Ludo.
Oh, no. All right. So I will activate. I will activate projective telepathy, which is both a control roll and a sense roll. But they're both very easy since I got his consent, as modified by relationship. Control. Made the roll. Sense. I'm a little more nervous about sense. Made the roll, just barely. So in Ayertha's head, he hears the thoughts of Ozin going, do we want to just get this over with and cut our ties?
He'd shrug a little bit, like roll his shoulders. But it'd look a little bit like a shrug.
Okay. Hears the thoughts of the user and feels the emotions of the user. The target knows that the thoughts and emotions are not of their own and that they belong to the user of the power.
Yeah.
Specifically made to communicate.
Yeah. Well, it's like in the movies where you hear the character receiving hears the other one's voice, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be a little used to that. Not nearly as much anymore, but it was like a similar thing that he had with the Force bond with his sister. Is they would talk with each other before she died.
But yeah, so it's a little more difficult afterwards. Not impossible in this setting, but more difficult.
Yeah, she occasionally pops up as a Force ghost, but
or hallucination. Who knows?
Either one.
I have receptive telepathy. I'm just not going to use it.
Well, that'd get interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Okay. So if you don't have anything else for Ludo, I mean, obviously there's more planning to go on, but some of that will wait till you're on his ship.
Right,
He is confident of the security he has set up in this restaurant, but you know.
Yeah. So now I just need a third party to store the Rubicon.
Which, I mean, there's plenty of places that you could just pay to have it stored.
Fair. How much would that cost?
It depends on how long you're gone. By the same token, you also know that if Arnox is keeping a close eye on you,
that's also true.
That sort of thing might be easily detectable, especially on a big world.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, where he's likely to have more agents.
What if we just go back to that the plague planet and just leave our ship there?
I was thinking about that.
Just put it up on a hill somewhere that no one goes to.
Or park it at the castle, you know, whatever. Hey, Key,
Yeah, parking
you mind
at
if
the
we leave this
castle,
here
but...
for a month or so?
Well, it's like leaving at the castle. What about the next time they go into some weird civil war?
That, and he doesn't want to have the Hutts involved with the citizenry of that world.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll be spending those few weeks while we're waiting looking for a suitable place to put the ship. And somewhere where he can sell off that stormtrooper armor.
Certainly there's a black market here that's going to take stormtrooper armor.
Oh, yeah.
Large planet like this, there should be.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably a couple of black markets.
Want me to go ahead and roll a barter roll for it?
I was going to say I could literally roll streetwise to find it if necessary.
I mean, I can too.
Yeah, it would be easy enough to find kind of military surplus places that, you know, buy stuff under the table that's not really going to require a roll.
All right.
And you had repaired the damaged armor, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
He did. Got a 16 for barter.
And got a black marketeer, got a 14. So whatever stormtrooper armor goes for.
I don't have the PDF up right now, but I think it might be on that chart. I believe it is.
Let's see here. Personal armor. Stormtrooper armor / armored spacesuit. Cost $2,500. Not too shabby.
Huh.
Let's see. You get it's used, and this is on a black market. But you get 2/3 of its value.
2/3.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you beat him. If you had failed, you'd have gotten half.
Yeah.
And of course, doubling would have raised or lowered the percentage.
We're still on like a major planet, right?
This is basically the biggest planet in the system, or in the sector.
Right.
Okay, so let me finagle with calculators. No, you go ahead. I'm calculatoring.
Are implants a thing in Star Wars?
Well, like the explosive implants Ludo mentioned, yeah, that's how the cultures that keep slaves to the human line.
Well, besides coercion implants, like, I'm thinking more implants for like, you know, like similar to the ones they have for droids, but for organic beings.
Well, you have cybernetics like replacement limbs and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Just something that would like go under the skin and like say enhance Ozen's reflexes.
I don't think they really have that per se.
I think I saw something like that on the holocron actually.
Yeah, which
Holocron, I'm not surprised. Yeah,
Good.
exactly.
Good point.
I'm tired of being last in the initiative, damn it.
Well, then buy up your dicks or whatever it is.
I can't.
You can't.
Oh,
It's
that's right.
not-
So that's stat based. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I would have if I could, damn it.
Is Ozen looking for combat drugs? Is that what this is?
Not combat drugs, combat implants.
So there are cybernetics.
How does the implants work? It releases drugs into your system. Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Ozen is now a juicer from Risk.
Shadowrun.
Don't know what the hero's guide is, but
It strikes me the sort of thing that would probably have drawbacks to go along with the bonuses.
well, replacement prosthetics is basically a completely lifelike limb, but
Yeah, I know prosthesis are a thing for sure. Because
yeah.
they existed since like, what, episode 5, 6?
But yeah, I don't know if there's something where you can just spend money to raise your stats.
No, you have to. For cybernetics, you have to buy them.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's the Kraken's Rebel Field Guide and Hero's Guide. The Highfold Sensory Package increases perception attribute skills, 400 credits per pip.
Interesting.
And whatever
If they've got that, you might have some.
High Sense Enhanced Eyes, 100 credits per pip, and then Cyber Points 2 increases recipient search skill.
You wanna link that, please?
Oh, yeah. Copy. Tuesday. There we go. That's for cybernetics. Motion interface package increases mechanical attribute skills, 400 credits per pip.
The 2 books I've got don't have anything on cybernetics.
Yeah.
And it might be something they added in the later editions.
It's definitely something from later editions.
Here's what you want. Response improvement package. Increases dexterity attribute / skills. 700 credits per pip. To install, Doctor must make 3 difficult medicine rolls over the week of operation for success. If any of the rolls fail, the character becomes highly agitated or hyperactivates whenever he rolls a 20 or higher with a dexterity skill. During hyperactivation, the character is overwhelmed with sensory input for 2D minutes and is controlled by the game master. The character may attack friends or foes, flee the scene, or be hypnotized with fear.
That's actually pretty cool.
I mean, we do have Droid.
We do.
Does medical stuff.
Cyberpoints implies that there's a limit to the amount of cybernetics one can get.
I guess.
Probably. That was pretty standard in games back then.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, if Doc was to load you up with too many cybernetics, he would just look at you like, "Are you trying to become one of mine? Because you're going about it all."
No, I think
Yeah.
I think this is the play, is to try to get some of this up. After we're done with the hut.
We got a few weeks to kill.
Yeah. That's going to be what Ozen would like to do.
Between this session and next session, we will hash out, what's going to be allowed and all that jazz.
All right.
But you will have done it within these past few weeks.
Cool.
And if there's rolls we may, we'll have Doc make the rolls or whatever.
Yeah. So for this one, it's 3 difficult medical rolls.
Yep.
And all of them have to succeed.
Difficult
or if one of them
is,
doesn't,
20?
then fun ensues.
True.
Because that would literally be
yeah.
every time Ozen managed to hit with a lightsaber.
Oh,
Now you
yeah,
should
that's
have
right.
used all those points just to say screwing up medicine one more time.
Oh, his medicine's fine.
It's what, 8D, I think.
It's a D8, yeah, or 8D.
It's AD, yeah.
I mean, I can retract all of my work and just say F it and burn it.
Nah, you're good, dude.
I mean, difficult is 20. So
You
you
regularly
literally
hit 30, my dude.
Yeah, you literally have a 50% chance.
You regularly hit 30. I'm have the utmost confidence in you.
You know what? For the shiggles, a 1, 2, 3.
Nope, and no. Okay, so that would be 2 failed rolls.
Uh-huh.
Oh, see, and if he had a 96.
It's a good thing the GM didn't call for it.
You know, as I'm saying, is like
It would
y'all
be-
claim, oh, I'm gonna get over 30, get over 20 every time. I beg to differ.
Yeah.
You rolled so many fucking ones in that first one. What were you saying, Jason? Because we still have to buy the implants, first of all.
You've still got to buy them, and the whole way the rules are set up is there is risk. You know?
Yeah.
And if you go to an NPC doctor, guess who gets to stat the NPC doctor up?
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, if there's nothing else specific y'all want to talk to Ludo about, you know, you finish your dinner, he calls in dessert. Oh, you know, ends with a toast to new business partners or new business ventures.
I toast with my flute of water.
Sorry, I'm looking more at the cybernetics. One of them is called literally weapon mount.
Go what it says on the tin.
Character's arm end in a socket on which any range of specially modified weapons can be mounted. Which apparently includes lightsabers.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can think of characters in the novels that did that.
I just wasn't expecting that to be honest. Sorry. I got distracted with cybernetics going, wait, can we do this?
Yes.
People might start looking at you funny if you start popping off too many of them.
Well, yeah.
Just, you know, the ones that like are like dermal implants. Just, you know, that's normal shit that people with money get.
Yeah.
So anyway, y'all wrap up dinner. Right before you leave, Ludo goes, though, Captain, I would love to see the ship before you leave.
I suppose. Considering we'll be working rather closely in the future, I imagine.
Indeed.
Show the ship.
All right, so you take him there, and he slithers around the outside. You know, when he goes inside, he leaves most of his men outside. You know, one of the security guys accompanies him because they're just not quite willing to let him go in completely by himself.
Yeah.
And he seems to be pretty happy with the condition you've kept his ship in. He does give BL a look. Ooh, that's almost an antique.
It works very well, too.
As long as you keep bronze daggers away from him.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, Ludo being, you know, a relatively young Hutt is still pretty mobile also.
Yeah.
So, you know, he gets up as much into the cockpit as he can, looks over the controls. He He gets back into the engines. He's looking the engines over. Ah, yes, Captain. You're clearly taking good care of my of the ship.
Well, it's my ship. I'd certainly hope so.
Well, yes. But some captains are not as responsible as you.
And those captains are idiots.
Yes, simply fly a ship until it's falling apart. Shameful.
A well-loved and cared-for ship will keep itself together and keep flying long, long past the top of the line vessels that fall apart with no maintenance or care.
Yes. A well cared for ship is a work of art. I should really put some flames down the side, though.
That makes it go faster.
No, that's painting it red.
Paint it red with the flames on the side. That makes it go faster.
But so yeah, he spends a half hour or so touring your ship.
I'll say, as it stands, it's currently blue.
Mhm.
Which, if you know the color scheme, blue is the lucky ones. Which is why the Ultramarines are the de facto protagonists of Warhammer 40k, because they're blue. The only reason they're so good is because of orc stupidity.
That's one theory.
It's the one I like.
So you've got a couple of weeks.
There is.
And Ludo will of course send you a message when when his business is for sure wrapped up, or when he knows when his departure date is.
Yes. There was something that I did want to do for the ship while we have some cash.
Just hold back like 7, 14, 2100.
Yeah, it's not huge. I still need to replace that proton torpedo.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure how much that is off the top of my head.
Oh, piss,
They're listed somewhere.
Come on, Adobe. Stop Adobeing. Thank you. Let's see here. Because he feels like it, he does want to get an auto chef for the ship.
I was like, didn't we have the synthesizer? I was like, wait, that's Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they call that a replicator.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He does want to get an auto chef, which is 500 credits.
You saying this, all I can hear in my head is Doc going, "Ah, yes, more allies to the cause. More friends for me."
Uh-huh. Just do as just like.
If you pulled the pin, it would have been a lot faster.
Yeah. Nothing like some good elbow grease, though, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see. So that, like I say, he does want to replace the proton torpedo. I'm not sure how much that is.
Let's see. Well, that looks like handheld weapons only. Proton torpedoes. Yeah, they only cost 500 apiece.
Okay.
And was it those you had, or concussion missiles?
Proton.
Okay. I don't have the Rubicon stats pulled up.
Yeah, we have
And you could definitely get that here on this world.
Yeah, for
Hell
sure. He will.
So
Let's
hi, Sarah.
see.
Uh,
Hello.
Hello.
So he will get 1 to get us back up to 4,
Okay.
and we'll spend another 3 grand to put us at a total of 10 torpedoes.
Oh, jeez.
No telling when you're going to need it.
Yeah, for sure. Just in case you have to fight, a random armada of some Hutt's, ships.
Maybe. Who knows? Da. Let's see. Oh, Sarah, I want to see. Let me see. Hey!
Hey, hell yeah.
Did you get new glasses?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Totally new glasses.
New glasses.
It was free because I lost 18 inches of hair.
Nice.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think I've lost that much hair too.
Summer is coming.
Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody's going short. Yeah.
I need to
Except
lose
for
some
me.
more. I need to lose some more hair. Mine's too long.
We're just gonna give you all of our good hair vibes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the wife's already been looking at mine and has found several white hairs, especially since this has recently grown back. Oh no, she's found like 3 on my face. She's like, yes, the shaving has brought out the white hairs.
Welcome to my world,
Behold
Josh.
my beard.
I'll go down and get the braids that they chopped off me, and it's got so much white in it.
Well, I mean, you work at where you work.
I'm orange.
You work in retail.
You work in retail.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
seriously say, you
I-
work
I-
in
I-
retail, dear. You're the same age as the rest of us. You're in your early 30s. Don't even.
No.
Okay, mid 30s.
No.
I'm trying to be
She's like,
courteous,
I
man.
Jubilee were
wish.
always my favorite.
Hey.
I am trying to be courteous.
Second favorite.
Okay. Thank
One
you.
of favorites.
We'll think about that at Dragon Con when I've had too much and I want to get point blank.
Well, the thing is,
Jesus
you
fucking
don't
Christ.
look your age, Zay, at all.
Back to killing a hut.
Yes. How much catching up do you need?
Let's kill a hut. I've been told we got invited to dinner,
Mm-hmm.
A very nice
And-
dinner with Ludo the Hutt.
Yeah.
and we've been asked to kill a hut. His
Whoa,
uncle.
whoa, whoa! Removed from power.
There's many ways to accomplish this. Killing is just but one.
Ludo basically wants to take over the family business.
And how much are we getting paid?
That never came up, surprisingly.
I
So
know,
it
right?
turns
the
out
pay.
that Arnox is the one that dimed you out on that mission to the
Oh,
And he's also the one fanning the flames about the Jedi being in the sector.
so we're doing this as a charity case because that particular hut in particular.
No, you are simply working together with Ludo to remove this man that is a danger to both of you.
Yeah,
And then probably be on Ludo's good side for any future jobs.
probably.
That's not been specified, but that's probably safe to assume.
See, the captain didn't, he didn't come out and say it, but he's fucking pissed with Arnox. You don't pull that shit with him.
You done sold us out.
That's the fast track to going 6 feet under real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I came when we were buying bombs.
Yes.
Oh, and Ludo got a
Like
tour of the
implants.
ship once y'all were done eating.
Let's see. Before Ludo leaves, one thing Ira would mention because we all got. This has been an episode of serious sidetracking. How much would we be looking to gain on both sides for this?
Whatever do you mean? Well, he'd of course recoup you for your for your time and any expense that you have.
Well, you are. While this is a job I am willing to take on, this is a job that is requiring us to go against the head of a Hutt cartel along with his personal guard.
Yes, but it's the head of a Hutt cartel that's already endangering you.
Yes, it is.
It's for your own good that you do this.
And one with the schedule you sent me. I could, in theory, just hit from orbit with a proton torpedo and be on my way.
That would be very dangerous to try around.
Yes,
Nar Shaddaa
I'm aware.
and Al Hutta.
There is
Or we could just tell Arnox that his nephew's going against him.
Which would not protect you.
There is a lot of variables.
Indeed.
What I'm asking for is something fairly easy on your end.
I'm listening.
I would like a reduction of the debt that I owe to Arnox for a reasonable amount. And in return, I would consider myself be more open to further business in the future. So I say priority on the list of jobs that I would consider for the crew to perform.
That does sound. That sounds acceptable.
Reasonable debt being 0, maybe.
Now, I would assume this would be the barter roll to see how much of the debt gets reduced.
Yes, indeed.
And I will word this as this is him trying to get less weight off of him and his crew to help protect them from further predation. Like debt collectors from the Hutt family.
Trying to use that trust in the force thing, aren't you?
I am, yes. Now that I can use it again. I've gone almost all game without being able to use it. I want to use it.
Well, the good news is as long as you're not using it for pure dark side activity, you're still going to get it back.
Pure dark side activity.
Exactly.
This is all about protecting his people.
Yes. It's more gray.
Yeah.
It is a bit self-serving, but it's all gray.
It is protecting a Jedi, though.
True. Hoochie mama.
What the fuck?
22.
Give me a second.
Ludo got.
I got more than that.
Got more than that.
The dice.
Let's see how much. If he doubles it, do we just remove the debt?
No.
31.
A much more significant portion of it would be. Okay, he did not double.
Yeah, I did not. I got 31.
Ludo was willing to forgive, say, 25% of your remaining debt.
Okay. Thank you, Duba. You know what I'm talking about. You said 25?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's 15, so that'd be... Calculator!
Let's see, we had figured out that you still owed...
We just removed 33,750 credits.
Woo.
From the debt.
Assuming you pull the job off.
Yes, of course. I figured that was a given.
If we die, it's completely removed.
I mean, fair. So we would be at 101,000 credits still in debt. Which, considering all the trades, we can definitely cover when it comes down to it. That's a fucking mood, I tell you. What a week! Frodo, it's Tuesday. That's a whole ass mood right there.
I'm sorry, I came across that. And I was just like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Just
imagine us as the crew sitting down. Oh, what a week. Captain, it's Tuesday. I can see it happening.
Anyway.
Sorry.
So you go off, you've successfully sold that Stormtrooper armor.
Mm-hmm. Bought the auto chef. And the torpedoes.
Yeah, you got those ordered. They'll be delivered.
Yeah.
Now, what are the rest of you doing? Like, we'll say this is the next day. After you've had dinner.
Well, like I said,
you're on basically the biggest world
on CorpSec.
In CorpSec, so anything legal you want to buy, you can find here.
I was going to look for those implants.
Okay. Io?
Come back to me.
Doc?
That is a good question. There's no kind of upgrades Doc can get himself, is there? Like any better tools or attachments or anything of that nature?
The whole mid-pack thing is about
really
about it
all
what you could carry around with you. And you've got a med bay on the ship.
Okay.
Get technical about it. There is some stuff, but
I'm not going to split hairs.
Let's say it's a matter of,
Actually, better question, and this will go to you, Socks. Have we replenished the back to tank fluids?
Not yet. We haven't been able to.
Do we have the funds for it?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. Let me double check.
Yeah, back to is relatively expensive, but nothing freakish. I've got a pretty good little nest egg built up.
I was going to ask if you would like to.
So it's $3,000 for a back to tank. So not sure.
Would you
Back
say
to itself costs more?
Yeah.
That's sad that we could just replace the entire tank and put a brand new tank with Bacta in it.
That's just the tank. That is not the Bacta. That's like that's like getting the fish tank, but it's not like all the stuff that you put in the fish tank.
Yeah.
Let's see.
If anything, Doc would potentially go deal with that.
Okay, so Doc is replenishing medical supplies. Maybe looking around to see if there's any kind of upgrade kits he could get. That sort of thing. Let's see here. How much does the back to tank cost out of this book? 3,000?
3,000 on the holocron. I'm not sure. From what we figured out, the information in the holocron, which is out of the D20, is not the same as the D6.
The cost on this website, World Anvil, says it's 100,000 for a Bacta tank, empty, and 100 per liter of Bacta. A tank holds 300 liters. But I think the tank was this high in this one.
So that would be 30 grand to.
See, the Bacta tank here
replace.
just says 3,000.
Yeah.
Oh well, until I find something that I think looks accurate, we're just gonna say 1,000 to fill up the tank.
Yeah.
That still makes it, expensive, but nothing out of reach.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Which I feel like 1,000 credits would be expensive for people who aren't adventuring, spacefaring people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the same thing of like the people who can stand it in for a golden night in like fantasy. Like that's a lot for your average citizen.
Well, yeah, you look at it in historical context, and governments used gold to pay for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or seashells in some places. But
Yeah.
gold is too common here. All right. Keltzer, is there anything you'd be looking to do?
What, throughout the entire time we're here, or just for like the day?
The day. We're just talking about the next day.
Trying to see if I can get a better weapon. Something with better damage.
Okay.
But I don't
You'll probably have the
think-
money for that. Assuming you get the captain to give any of it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so Keltzer is weapon shopping.
Yes.
Whether she actually finds anything or not, to be determined, but she's weapon shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Io?
How much of a black market does this planet have?
The biggest black market in the sector.
Fantastic.
I just the years in her head. Yes, indeed.
We did establish that a moment ago to because we sold the stormtrooper armor.
Nice. She's gonna look for a couple different things, mostly disguise type stuff in case they have to do anything even more shady than what they're doing. It's not in the. It's in one of the like boosters for the D6 game.
Okay, which one?
Criminal organizations. I can link it over to you. She's going to be looking for a. Here, I'll just. A retinal
Allergies.
disguiser. Yeah, allergies are going to murder me.
Yep.
Retinal disguiser, a sensor, no-show, and possibly a fingerprint mask.
Okay.
She would have to probably. How much credits do we have?
At present, 178,875.
Okay.
Enough to buy another ship at this point if you needed to.
If we needed to.
Yeah, maybe not one quite as souped up as the Rubicon. But...
Yeah. Because all of that, if she could find it on the black market, at black market prices, would be $50,000. But it would be a matter of finding it on the black market. All of them have an availability. I don't know if this means anything of 4,X.
It's just how rare they are.
Yeah. I don't know if that's in our common charts or not. 1 second.
I think the higher the number, the rarer it is.
Ugh.
I want to say.
Alright, is any of that stuff illegal?
That is why she asked for black market.
Alright, almost any FR or X item. X is illegal, R is restricted. F is
All three are illegal.
3 or permit required for purchase. No, they're all illegal. Okay, I kind of figured. The black market. Black market
Extremely illegal.
Yeah, one is it pretty much.
Also, black market items tend to be of inferior quality and are always at least triple the price listed. As noted, some items may be restricted or illegal.
One of them does have a quote-unquote legal price too, but she's getting,
Yeah. And like I said, that may already have the illegal listed.
I think it does because on one of them it had like legal, with permit, and then without permit.
All right then. Let's see. Give me a streetwise roll to see if you can make contact with the black market. It's one thing to know this planet's going to have one. It's another one to, figure out who you need to talk to.
Is my streetwise? I think I actually put points in that.
It's a knowledge. It looks like you got 5 dice in it.
Yeah, no, it's not bad.
All right.
So 16.
Okay, you managed to find a couple of black market vendors that'll talk to you.
All right. She'll kind of put feelers. I'll be like, looking for stuff to... When I'm there, I don't look like I'm there.
All right, what were those 3 items again?
Fingerprint mask, retinal disguiser, and sensor no-show. One masks fingerprints. It's like a little thing you put your fingers in, and it makes a little like liquid crystal thing. One just disguises or puts different retinal patterns on them. It's like glasses. The other one is like an individual force field generator on a wristband that motion or vision based sensors are unaffected, but
Things like infrared or...
Yeah. Commonly used to defeat tracking sensors with high degree of efficiency. They're used by generating electromagnetic field that covers user, interfering with heat and infrared detectors.
Okay.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Does Io tell the captain that she's going to get stuff on the market?
She would probably say something beforehand.
Because he has something he'd like to get as well while she's out shopping.
Well, she'd have to ask for her allowance or whatever anyways.
Yeah.
Her.
None of us... She has no credits. It's all in the ship slush fund.
Yeah. He'd ask her to hunt down a fine beam nozzle for his rifle.
Okay. She will add that to the list.
780 credits.
Fine beam nozzle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nozzle compresses the beam to a fine point. Add -2d to any opposed strength rolls. The beam will overheat the barrel if fired more than once a combat round. Explosions may be imminent, so use with caution.
Fun!
So basically, if he fires it more than once per round, then there's a chance it might overheat the barrel and make the gun explode.
Oh, normal stuff.
Yeah.
Normal stuff.
Probably why it's illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with it effectively being a long-range sniper rifle,
all right, so
it's not
Io
something you full auto.
has 4 items she's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
You have found the black market.
Mm-hmm.
Now give me... I guess we'll still go with streetwise.
Okay.
I'm going to need a roll for each item, and you need to beat a moderate difficulty.
Moderate is
15.
15.
15. Ugh. Oh boy.
So first up will be the retinal, whatever it was.
All right.
All right, you managed to find that. Next is that no scan thing.
Find it.
Okay. The prints. Print mask, whatever they call it. Okay, you're doing quite well. And the fine nozzle thing.
Oh, thank God.
Clearly, I should have made that very difficult instead.
I wasn't trusting in the Force, but I was trusting in the Force.
So you managed to find everything you wanted. Like I said, this planet is probably the largest economy in the corporate sector, so
It might have been like very difficult on other planets, but not this planet since it's a much larger planet.
Yeah.
And that already required a roll just to find the black market. So
yeah.
And if she'd been here before, she probably is not. It's probably not the first time she's been there.
I don't know. It depends on how much she's been in the corporate sector.
Fair enough.
Felt a sneeze coming on, but I think I'm okay now.
Allergies.
They've been beating me up worse this year than usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's because we all got used to like having to wear masks last year about this time. So we're outside or in a building.
But it's all right. So you're shopping around. You managed to find all that. Meanwhile, the captain, as he is returning to the ship, Captain, you might want to give me a perception. Let me see if there's something.
That's so fucking threatening. Captain, you might want to give me this roll.
You don't
You
have
might,
to.
you might not.
You don't have to.
Uh-huh.
You can tell me, no, I'll just take what comes. So yeah, give me a perception roll.
13.
Where is he at?
They don't say shit.
Well, he might see something. Let's see, it's under perception. That's why I wasn't seeing where it was.
Yeah, hide being by perception like makes sense, but also very jarring compared to other systems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so I rolled a 21. What did you roll, Captain?
13.
Okay.
I wouldn't have been able to beat a 21. Only have 3 dice in perception.
Fair enough.
He didn't double it, but
Yep.
No, he did not. All right, so he is going to take a shot at you.
Oh boy.
You don't see it's coming.
Okay, so it's just strength roll.
Well, he's got to make his attack roll, but
That's true.
you don't know it's coming, and he is. Let's see. Short range goes out to, is it 30 yards?
Depends on the
And
weapon.
on the weapon.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, out to 35 is like my sniper rifle. A pistol's like 10.
Yeah. All right. You can set one of those to done, I think. Oh, why am I flipping through the book I've got there? Sheets that should have all that here. All right. Alright, so this is a blaster rifle, so 3 to 30, 31. Alright, so he'd be at medium range. I'm looking at your stats, still he is. That's not what I need at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I have have two, like standard stuff. I say standard, but yeah, that rifle of his is a specially modified rifle. They're like his personal weapon that he's been kitting out.
Alright, so we got a 26 to hit you.
Beats the 15 he would need.
Doesn't double or anything. I don't think that really affects this part.
No.
That's a roll. Oh.
Yes, now he rolls damage. Which was 5 dice, I think.
For a rifle, yeah.
Yeah. So this is your strength roll, or you need to give me a strength roll.
Yeah, with my armor.
Oh.
Don't sound too disappointed, Jason.
It's 3 1s on 5 dice. That's not good.
It depends on your point of view.
It's great for me.
Alright, so he got a 9.
I got a 13.
Alright, so he hit you but did not double it. Or, excuse me, you beat him but did not double the amount.
Yes.
Alright.
His armor probably absorbs it.
So you are at -1 dice.
You're stunned.
Oh, wait, let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's firing stun damage. You're shot by something set on stun.
Ah, okay.
No. The 1 damage, or the -1 dice is the equivalent of being wounded. And the equivalent of being stunned... Okay, I was looking at the wrong thing. Since it's stun damage, beating it but not doubling it means there's no effect.
Okay.
Where normally if you beat something but don't double it, you're stunned for a round.
Right.
So, it don't feel nice, and you realize somebody has just tried to stun you.
And a stun weapon being fired from somewhere is probably pretty noticeable.
Yeah.
Like, audibly, I should say, since he didn't...
Oh yeah, and a lot of people in the street are turning around and looking up.
He'll follow their line of sight.
Perched up on like the corner of a second-story building, or the second story of a building.
Is it our dear friend?
You have so many dear friends at this point. To which are you referring?
The one that he tried to flatten with a speeder.
It is that one.
Okay.
Still with the whole bird-mast armored thing.
Of course.
What?
And he'll duck into the nearest building.
That's what happens when you don't kill them.
Break line of sight. Well, he was trying to kill him by crushing him with the repulsor lips of the speeder.
As you duck in, you're pretty sure you hear his jet boots kicking in. That modulated voice calls out, "Dead or alive, you're coming with me."
Wrong franchise.
Maybe. You also hear him going, "Calm down, I have a bounty on this man." Because apparently some of the people and the crowd outside were freaking out a little bit.
He'll comment, "Keltzer, grab BL, get your ass over to my location."
Gotcha, and she'll go back to the ship to grab BL.
Tell him to bring the big gun.
Okay, do you need Doc as well?
Well, my armor just absorbed the blast, so I should be good for now, but...
I'll bring him too.
Is this on the party line?
Oh, yeah.
Like mid-negotiation, like, what the hell?
All right, so you just so the captain ducked into the nearest door.
Yep.
All right, you have ducked into a clothing store.
Okay, cool. He'll pull out his pistol, checking in. It's like looking at the employees. I suggest finding a place to hide.
Get something pretty.
The people behind the counter, head to the back room. You had one guy over there measuring somebody. He kind of takes that man by this way, sir.
Oh, and
Customer service.
do call your security forces while you're at it.
You get a look like, of course.
Like, no shit, Sherlock.
We're totally
you just walked into our shop and pulled a gun on us. We're totally having the cops called on you.
And then he'll sort of find a place to duck and keep an eye on the door.
The door opens again. Armored figure steps through.
Same armored figure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm shooting him.
He does a quick scan and kind of focuses on where you're at.
Yeah, I'm shooting him the second he walks in.
So I started blasting.
Valid.
Alright, what is your dex?
3D plus 1.
Alright, so he's got 3D, so you will go before him.
I will be right back.
Okay.
He is going to dodge. Ooh, that makes up for that last roll.
Lovely.
Alright, so he got a 24 on his roll.
Is that in total with the
No, that
range
is
modifier?
just what he rolled.
Okay, so I wouldn't hit then. Because I got a 25 on my blaster roll, but with short range, I think that's what, a +5 add on to the difficulty? Which put him at a 29.
Point blank is 5, short range is 10.
Is he within 10 feet of me?
Let's see. Or
Or whatever the range. Whatever the range increment is.
It'd be meters.
Is he within 10 of me?
Within 10 meters of you? That'd be 30 feet.
Actually, is he at less than 3?
Well,
it wouldn't matter anyway.
It wouldn't be
but
less than 3. Yeah, I would say he was within the 10
he's
meters
within short
of
range.
Yeah.
Yeah, the short range band for his scout pistol is 3 to 10.
Okay.
They're considered point blank within that.
So he ducks behind one of the counters.
Okay.
Surrender, Captain. There's no reason to shoot up this fine establishment. And then he shoots at you.
I will dodge.
He is still firing, apparently, stun bolts.
Yeah. I'm not.
Okay.
I rolled a 14 for my dodge, in addition to the range modifier.
Alright, so he got a 23. And you said you rolled a what?
14.
Alright, so you got a 14. And the range for his blaster rifle, short is 3 to 30.
So I'd be within short range. Considering you said he's within 10 of me for being short range.
Yep. Alright, so that's so short range adds 5 to what you rolled. So a 19.
Doesn't beat his 23.
Alright, so he hits you.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a strength roll.
Sure.
Even though Io wasn't paged in the party line. She's probably on her way to that location as well, just as reference.
All right. Yeah, that's. I figure the party is probably coming in force. Ozen, how do
Ozen's
you
like
respond
halfway
to
through.
it?
Ozen's like halfway through getting a consult and like, God damn it. Put a pin in this. I'll be back. And she'll head off.
Yeah, of course. I hope it's not a medical emergency.
Not yet.
It will be.
She does not say that, but she thinks it.
All right. So what was I saying?
I got a 17.
Oh, that's
my
right.
strength roll. I got damn near max, actually. 2 6s and a 5.
All right. So 16 versus. I'm sorry. What was it you said again? Count.
17.
17. All right. So you beat him by 1.
Okay.
Which, since he's firing stun, means it has no effect on you. Oh no! Wait.
Cool.
Yeah. So you beat him by 1.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to the stunning, if you were firing, I guess the kill shots or the full power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Captain, it's up to you again.
He will shoot. I will take -1 to my blast roll because he's going to reach into his pack, pull out a pill, pop it in.
Okay.
Roll an additional.
What pill is he popping?
A Vita pill,
Captain's
which
little helper.
means which means he is immune to the next 5 stun conditions with my D6 roll. You can only do this once per day, but
So it's like a Red Bull in pill form.
basically,
I can't be knocked unconscious.
for 5 times. It's a 1d6 plus 2 per day. 10, 15, 17.
That's it. You said to hit?
To hit, yes. Since I willingly took that -1 to pop the pill, since I probably recognize he's firing stun rounds at me.
All right. We said that was in.
We're in short range.
Short range.
Yeah.
All right. So you need a 10.
Uh,
He will of course dodge, basically by ducking behind his cover.
I thought short range was 5. Or was that point blank?
Point blank. I believe
Okay,
it's up to 5.
So wouldn't he have had to take a 10 for short range for the rifle?
You're using different weapons.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. The range difference is.
All right. The range on the blaster rifle, short range is 3 to 30. Well, 30.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming point blank of that would be anything under 30. So yes, he would have had the 10 instead of the 5.
I mean, he would have missed me with that last one.
That last one would have missed you.
But either way, I at least passed the 10.
Yes. All right, he got a 15 on his dodge.
So needed a 25, only got a 17. So
there's some little ceramic doodad that just explodes when you fire at him.
Yeah.
And then there's a very
Okay,
strong
for that.
smell, and you realize it was some sort of perfume container.
Cool.
He returns fire.
We know when we're there.
Where's my droid, Captain?
Not sure what you're talking about.
Back of his head. Oh, he'll be here in a second. Just you wait.
Alright, so he rolled a 19 to hit you.
See, that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, with short range a 24 in total. 14 plus 10.
Okay, yes, he misses. Let's see. You roll a random dice for each group that's headed this way.
Cool.
Well, actually, all of y'all were off doing your individual things.
Yes.
Doc, are you headed that way when you got the tail, or are you headed to the ship? Or
Me realizing Io's heading here with security that while carrying illegal goods.
Dog would have headed
We
that
haven't
way.
picked it up yet.
okay.
No, she knows to put that shit in a bag to not look conspicuous.
All right, Doc
This
will
isn't her
arrive.
first rodeo.
I'm being silly.
Doc, you'll be arriving in 4 rounds.
Comes out of the black market like, hey, look what I got, guys.
Kilcher will be arriving
These
in
drugs
5.
Any of you kids want some drugs?
Ozen will be arriving next round.
Woo!
Speedy.
Eh.
And Io will be arriving when Ozen arrives.
We
It's
both look at
running.
each other like,
Same hat, same hat.
same hat.
You both flag down a taxi speeder and find the other one already sitting in it.
Fair enough.
Alright.
So, next round.
The captain goes first this round.
Eh. 9, 10, 11, 12. 16.
Okay.
Man, I should have brought some plastic explosives while I was there.
Just, like, set a C4 off.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice shop. We won't do it to the shop.
Alright, he got a 24.
Okay. My turn to dodge?
Yes, he is returning
Or
fire.
was
8, 9, 10. 13 plus 10, as long as we're staying within the same range.
Yeah. The way I'm picturing it, he's crouched behind a counter coming up to fire, and I'm picturing you but having some kind of cover.
Yeah, I mean, I said he found a place to duck into cover.
You know.
I mean, he's using his pistol because he's not about to be carrying a massive rifle around
Oh, yeah,
out in public. But
You might be able to get away with that on some of the backwater worlds you've been to, but not here.
yeah.
it's just like carrying a heavy crossbow around you. It just looks bad.
Yeah, usually when he's out and about, unless I specifically state otherwise, he always has his pistol and his vibra dagger with him.
Oh, that's going to be an easy one.
Oh?
He got a total of a 10 that time.
Okay. So yeah, I duck. Something goes sizzling behind me, I guess.
Yeah, the big round stun things is just searing little burnt circles in all the merchandise.
I will.
And at this point, Ozen and Io, this is basically y'all showing up outside the shop.
And I,
Yeah.
like,
There's a crowd, not right up at the shop, but kind of back a little bit.
around it, yeah.
A bunch of looky-loos.
Door
The
open.
looky loos are
close.
fine. I wanna
The door would have shut
I wanna-
after he'd walked in.
try to get in quietly.
Okay. Well, like I said, this round is y'all arriving, and then
Yes,
y'all go
that's
to
fine.
into the.
I was going to try the same thing that has worked so well for the past 2 fights.
All right, so the captain's got a 3 plus 1.
I think I'm going first still.
I think it'll go Captain, Io, and Ozen.
Yeah, I think it goes captain, and then it's like tied with Io and Merc.
I have 3D.
Yeah,
Oh.
so you're definitely going before me. For now.
Where did I put his name? Atonk Corvus.
Yes. All right.
Whom I'm totally stealing his armor if we kill him. Just saying. Except for the helmet.
Here-
The helmet's just tacky.
And you outside, you can hear the sirens from some of the plant security. Headed this way.
Cool.
In the middle of the firefight inside the store, yeah, you haven't already been.
Yeah.
Quick question: Is there anywhere outside that Io could hide her bag of illicit
there's alleyways and stuff, sure.
Or she can hide amongst the crowd.
Yeah, that's what Ozen's trying to do.
Oh no! Like she wanted to hide the bag itself. So when she tries to flying tackle this guy, it doesn't come with her. And when the security people show up, they're not like, "Hey, let me see what's in your bag." And she pulls out 4 illegal items.
That's fair.
Yeah, she might quick duck off to the side and find somewhere to hide it.
Okay. Give me a high.
Oh wait, no.
In a very highly populated planet.
No. She's gonna risk it for the biscuit. That's all she needs is 50k of items going missing.
Alrighty then.
Okay. Was it 50k in total?
Yeah. Well, 50k plus the muzzle.
5780. Alrighty.
Yeah.
I will.
All right, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
You're up.
That puts us at 128. Sorry, this is much more important.
I might die, but math.
Yes, I'm being shot at, but the money.
Okay.
Flash is gonna affect me. Only money.
Yeah. Okay. My roll. Ew. Out of 6 dice, that's 3 ones.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's rough, buddy.
So,
I've had a roll like that tonight, so I'm...
Yeah, so that's
I feel your pain.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 in total.
He got a 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
more glass shatters. From outside, y'all just hear gunfire.
we're just missing each other a lot. It's fine.
All right. Now it is the bounty hunter's turn.
I will dodge.
You see him bring a hand up to the side of his helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Poodoo. Roger that. And he gets up and he takes a shot at you while moving to the back. Basically the same place, the same way the employees had gone.
Oh, lovely. And
he's running and gunning, so it takes a penalty, or is he just moving within his range band?
Yeah, his just one move, just normal kind of movement is sufficient to get to that back. All right, now where is this weapons list? Here we are.
I got a 17 for my dodge.
All right.
Roll.
All right. He got a 24.
So it had to beat a 27 with the range increment.
So you duck behind, a big round rack of coats that absorbs most of that blast.
Mm-hmm.
And then he is in the back, Then he is in the back room, and you hear employees, you hear noises of distress from employees.
Naturally.
Not noises of pain. I mean, they just upset.
This is our break room. What are you doing in here?
breaking things.
Mm.
Y'all don't need this coffee.
Oh, in a break room.
You assumed that a coffee machine actually worked in the first place.
The two of you outside need to give me perception checks.
Or perception. Okay.
Yeah, that feels about right.
All right.
19.
19. That puts you at a...
It's moderate.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. There's not a set difficulty here. I need to roll for something. But they only got a 16.
Rolling really good with my 4 dice in perception. Perception in particular is the one I keep getting good at.
You shouldn't be receptive, but you just keep looking at the right spot at the right time.
It's above average.
It's like there's
Sounds
some
Jedi.
like there's some force that's guiding your actions.
Some force that's awakening within me.
I know.
Within the crowd, you see several people that have got their little communits out, or that are or that are look like they're recording what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You noticed 2 people in the crowd that are focused on you and Io.
Elbow Ion like, we've been made.
What? Huh?
You've been made.
Oh. We should go? Or we should go there? Or...
Maybe we go in here and make sure that they don't, interfere.
Okay. Do we tell the others?
What's that bag?
Don't ask questions.
Okay.
As long as no one else asks what's in it, it's perfectly legal.
Cool.
It's cookies.
Sure. I'll get on the comm unit and be like, I think there's other people here for this guy, Captain.
Or they're after us. Get back to the ship.
You sure?
Considering what I know, what somebody has been off doing, it's better it gets put on the ship.
Got it. I'll look towards the... I will intentionally make it so that I'm looking towards the door. I'll look at Io and then I'll nod and book it the other way. Towards the ship.
One of the people that were filming you begins following you.
Yep.
When you say book it, are you running booking it or just power walking booking
Kind of
it?
power walking booking it.
Okay.
Either would be appropriate. There's a gunfight going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect. Some people will looky loose. Some people wander into that and go, nope, and wander right back out as fast as
It's one of those things where she's walked up, clocked the 2 people over there looking, looks back, and just hears gunshots and is like, alright, running the other way.
I'll try to keep up.
Yeah. You're much faster than Ozin is.
She's also a good click shorter than Ozen.
Yep.
Alright, Captain. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of damaged merchandise here, but nobody's been hurt.
He's gonna head in the back.
You step into the back. Workers are cowering under desks.
Where did he go?
Towards the back. I think he's headed to the back door.
Sorry for bringing you into this, but he decided to shoot into a crowd outside. And he's gonna head back too.
Somewhere
Okay.
Ozen's good light side of the force detectors. TD.
And he ain't good. He sure as hell ain't evil.
Alright, so you chase him back. As you get to where they were pointing, some more interior doors in a hallway or whatever.
Mhm.
But you round the corner as you see the back door swinging shut. Or lowered, or however they do it.
Yeah.
Doc, you are approaching the outside from the front of the building.
Would he have seen? Okay, fair enough.
Give me a
Would he
perception
have
check.
seen? Io and I fuck off.
I'm having a hard time finding perception. Oh, right there. I probably don't see shit.
No, you don't. I mean, you see the crowd. You're not hearing any blaster fire. Some people in the crowd are kind of like, nobody's come out. Do you think they shot each other? Wow, you turned very bright red there for a second, Gooba.
Yeah, no, I was just like, wait, what? Anyway.
And Kelter, are you flying in with BL?
No. She was not flying in. That'd be putting too much on her.
Oh, how heavy could a man-sized machine be?
No, not that. Like, people would be staring at her.
I'm just picturing her carrying BL bridal style.
Now she just has a big refrigerator door handle with magnets. Slaps it on his back and takes off.
That would probably work better. Just spinning around and shooting.
All right, Kelso. So you and BL are showing up. Give me a perception check.
Perception is 3.
And you've been getting lots of looks because
Mando armor.
Well, that and BL is bringing the big gun.
Just unstrapped one of the turrets.
A gun of questionable legality on the planet, possibly.
18?
How big is the big gun? When you say big gun, what were you actually talking about? The repeating blaster?
Yeah. Which
Technically
is
legal,
but definitely side-eyed, I would imagine. I look at repeating blaster. Actually, according to the holocron, it's an illegal item.
Nope.
Maybe not the big gun.
Yeah, I forgot to check that.
Well, it was the heat of the moment. It was the heat of the moment. You were under fire.
Yep.
Regrettable orders were given.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, Blast Tech Medium Repeater, availability 2x.
Oopsie.
Which is weird because it's also being shown very clearly in the same image as the people in the trenches in Hoth, using a whole chunk of them.
Oh yeah, because the rebels are really worried about it being illegal.
Yeah, that'd be the next question. Would it be illegal in
combat situations?
In here, or illegal for the Empire?
A lot of governments don't want their civilians to have military-grade hardware.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maybe we got it registered.
You could look into doing something like that.
But are we technically considered civilians?
Yes.
Yeah, you're just private. You're essentially like a private company.
Yeah.
Or an LLC or something.
Regardless, he told him to bring the repeating blaster. He's got the repeating blaster.
Now, I'm assuming that y'all got a speeder or something to get here, quickly. So your driver's been giving you looks in the mirror the whole time.
BL's just in the back. He's enjoying himself. He likes the wind on his chrome.
That's an awful big gun. Mind your own business.
The size of the gun is proportional to the size of the tip we leave you for not asking questions.
Basically.
That's the sort of thing. Io would say. I don't know if Kelter would.
Yeah.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
So, Keltzer, give me a... If I haven't already asked for it, give me a perception check.
13.
Let's see, if she's coming with BL will make a check as well.
That's fine. You can roll for him.
BL's too busy admiring the big gun.
BL actually didn't do bad. She didn't do bad at all. 20. Because he has enhanced sensors with the upgrades the captain gave him.
So he's leaning over by the window so, Eric can pass over his chrome.
Mm.
And he goes, "Ma'am," and he points up. And when you lean over and kind of look where he's pointing, you see a figure with jet boots.
I hate to do this to you, BL. But you can find your way back to the ship, right?
Of course.
And Kelser would activate jetpack and go after the person with the boots.
Just leaving the poor droid with an illegal weapon in the back of a cab. No way to pay.
Throw up credit shit. It's fine.
Yes.
No, y'all all get back to the ship later, and Bill's there. Everything's fine. Bill, where's the big gun? I had to pay the cab driver.
Oh no!
I've never seen a droid cry.
It was literally It was the only thing he was carrying.
Just missing an arm.
Kelser probably would have left him some type of money.
Either that, or the cab is still like parked next to the ship, and there's a crate in the back that's leaking. But he still has the
So
Like
we
little bit of
inherited
motor
a
oil.
cab. It's fine. We inherited a cab.
All right, Kelso.
No.
So you spring into the air.
Mm.
The crowd that was already kind of pointing, some of them were already kind of pointing at the jetpack or the jet booted guy. Now they're pointing at is that a Mando? And Doc, you're hearing all this.
Doc's just watching, just like, well, all right then.
Seems like something this crew would do. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Just another day with my crew. It's fine.
All right, Kelso, are you trying to keep up with him, or I should say, catch up with him?
Yeah, catch up, keep up.
All right, so you see him glance back, and he clearly sees you. And he drops down low and starts weaving between buildings.
I'll do the same. But do I need to roll for that?
Yep. Let me see. Is there a chase mechanic in here? Seems like there should be. Of course, that might just be for ships.
I'll say while this is happening, I assume Ira noticed, jetpacks flying off.
Oh yeah.
He'll go on the comm and say, "Cults keep at it till you can't. Everyone else get back to the ship ASAP."
Get your droid. I left him in a cab.
BL, get back. Tell the cab driver to drop you off at the dock.
I'll try to get back there to pay the driver. Glancing back.
Sir, I see Doc. I see Doc on the sidewalk. Should I pick him up?
Throw him under your arm or something. I don't care. Just get back to the ship.
I'm in a cab.
Grab him as you're going by.
Oh no.
Doc, you have a cab pull up, and BL opens the door. Get in. We have to go.
As you wish.
I was just getting there. Glancing back, are Io and Ozen still being followed?
If you're not taking any attempts to dislodge a pursuer, then yes.
I have a better idea, actually. So please don't look at me like that.
Go
My intent-
on.
She could be looking
My
at
intent-
anybody.
Yes, go on.
My intent is to make it look like I'm ducking into an alley, and I'm not hiding behind the alley. I'm making them know that I'm going down here, but I want to hide behind like a trash, like a garbage thing or something. Because I want to get the jump on these people. Because I don't know who they are.
Is it just one person following us or both
Only
of them?
one of them followed you.
Yeah.
I could tackle him.
Well, yeah, but I'm just like I will like whisper to Io like follow my lead, and then I will very obviously walk into like just an alley. And then but I'll hide like around like a garbage receptacle or something.
All right, give me a hide sneak.
Yep.
I'll
And
give
is
one to
Io following you into the alley?
Yeah, she's going along with this.
Okay.
I
Then
will.
sure, there's like a dump bin or a
Yeah.
dumpster.
I really want this to work. I'm gonna trust in the Force.
Okay. Let's see, this would be
I'm
his.
glad I trusted in the Force. Jesus Christ.
This would be his. Or his I should say. All right, he got an 11.
23.
Okay, Io, what did you get?
9. She's not great
On-
at.
On some level, this is part of the plan.
So yeah, he steps up, rounds the corner, doesn't see Ozen, sees Io clearly hiding behind that dumpster.
Your cat's looking at something in the background, Juba.
It's a ghost.
Okay, yeah, probably.
So I'll.
And he does not step into the alley.
Do you? Okay.
He turns around and looks. He
Does
takes
not-
all that in, and then he nopes right out.
Fair enough. I put a hand on Io's shoulder. Good job. And we'll go around the back ways here to take a roundabout way to get to the ship.
I mean, I think he made eye contact with me. I think he saw me.
Yeah, we'll workshop it. It's fine. And then as we leave like this alleyway and try to find back ways to the ship, I'll every now and again look around and see if we're being tailed still.
Okay. Go ahead and
This
give
is
me a
actively searching instead of like.
Okay, roll your search then.
I would
Now that I
help
know
as
we're
little
being
as she
pursued.
can. Now my dice.
Yeah, you don't see, or Io doesn't see anybody.
Jesus Christ. 30.
Yeah, you're not being followed. You're confident of it.
Okay.
More than likely, realizing he'd been made, you spooked that guy off.
Good.
And you don't notice anybody else acting weird.
Okay.
Now, Keltzer,
Yes.
you're going to be making perception search rolls, or search rolls, versus his hide sneak as he tries to get out of, tries to break eye contact.
Line of sight.
Last time.
I absolutely love how disjointed this chase sequence is.
That was a 17. The first one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And you said you got a what?
17. Mine isn't that great. I'm gonna have to put more points into this hide and sneak
Alright.
stuff.
So he breaks line of sight. But you're still pretty sure you can hear roughly what direction he's in, so go ahead and roll again. Ooh, he only got a 12 that time.
Well, I got 12 with 2 dice plus 5 at 17, 18, 19.
Alright, you pick the trail back up. He does not look too pleased. I mean, it's hard to tell with a mask, but just, he looks tense. You see him put his hand up to his head as he barrel rolls, because that's a good move.
Naturally.
Between another couple buildings. So give me another roll. You got an 18 this time.
I also got an 18.
Okay. So you just barely do keep him in your line of sight. You keep zipping by, people keep going.
Why are they just going in a circle?
Give me a perception roll.
Great perception?
This was just straight perception.
14.
Okay. You hear what sounds like an air speeder come up behind you. It is going to try to run you over, or whatever, collide with you, I guess. But you hear it coming, so you can make an active dodge if you would like.
Yes, I actually would. Does my armor prohibit since I'm in the air?
Yes, because it's still heavy. And, not very aerodynamic. Though I guess the helmets probably help with that a little bit. Okay. I got a 15.
22.
Alright, so you roll out of the way as the speeder goes. Shoo. It slows down as it gets up to him and kind of matches speed with him. And you see him kind of cling to basically like a luggage rack sort of thing on the top of it. And then it takes back off at full speed.
About to say, is there any way I can take out my holdout blaster and try to shoot it?
Sure. You can shoot a flying car down in a crowded city.
Well, trying to shoot to make sure he doesn't grab a hold of it. Like, this was as I was noticing.
As you clock him
Remember,
trying to go for
this will be your second action because you've dodged, so.
Yeah. $25.
Does the car get to dodge?
The car would like to do a barrel roll to dodge.
While holding the person? That would be awesome.
We've already made the barrel roll joke. Alright, where are you?
Do another barrel roll.
Oh, that's right. It's got the regular vehicle, or the space vehicles. It did not have the speed ones. Luckily, I have speeder stats here. I mean, it's a land speeder, but yeah, close enough. It's the maneuverability that matters. All right. All right, so we got a 10 on the roll. You are going to be at medium range. All right, so you need a 25 to hit. What did you get?
25.
All right.
25 exactly. Ooh.
So give me a damage roll. Versus the...
Are you shooting the speeder or him?
Well, as he was trying to touch the speeder to grab it,
Gotcha.
I think she's trying to shoot the thing that he's trying to grab a hold of.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And that is a 17.
All right.
They had it wrong in episode 3. This is where they should have played Duel of the Fates.
All right, so you said you had a 17?
Yes.
All right, they rolled a 12. Which was ship damage. Well, that's spaceships, though. So yeah, you blew the little cargo carrier. You know, where you could strap cargo down to it. You blew that off, so he does not have a handle to grab. Basically, a handle to grab onto now.
Good.
So let's see. So the car winds up, or the speeder winds up zipping ahead of him a little bit, but then it starts slowing back down to catch up with him again, and you see somebody open the back door.
Shoot the back door.
Well, you do go before him.
And this is a new turn, right?
Yes.
Perfect. We will do that. Full dice. $29.
All right, so that's 11 on the roll to dodge plus the moderate, or not the moderate, the medium range, which is 15. So you need a 26. What'd you get?
29.
Okay. Give me a damage roll. Need to beat a 14.
I got a 15.
You don't blow the door completely off, but it breaks loose partly, so it's kind of hanging at an odd angle. And then for his action, he climbs into the back seat. The speeder takes off, and that door is just, randomly, as the wind catches it, slamming. It won't slam shut because it's at a weird angle, so it just keeps slamming against the side of the speeder. Captain, the police have shown up. Were you going to hang around, or once you got out that back door, were you slipping off?
Well, if the guys shot off, he would go back and check on the employees, make sure none of them were injured.
None of the employees were injured.
Because he does not like getting others involved in his personal business.
They're not happy to see you when you walk back in. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, that's fine.
Once you start asking them if they're okay and stuff,
he'll walk back in. It's like, are any of you injured?
No. I think everybody's fine.
Good.
No stray shots made it back here or anything.
That's good.
So you're there when the police show up.
Yeah, he'd stay, and there's a metric fuck ton of witnesses outside that would go, yeah, he got shot at, and then tucked into a building.
The rest of your day is taken up with dealing with this.
Makes sense.
But yes, you tell them what happened. They take your weapons when they show up. Tell you, if no charges are pressed, they'll be returned to you. But yeah,
he would mention he would like that dagger back because that was a gift from his departed sister.
They assure you, no charges are pressed. If it doesn't have to be taken as evidence, then yes, you will certainly have it returned to you.
Oh, I didn't use it during the fight.
But So, you're taken in for questioning, but, you give your side of the story. Like you said, ton of witnesses. Some people were recording it. Not that they got the initial attack.
Yeah.
But
there'd be a lot of witnesses that go, oh yeah, he got shot at from a building, and then he ducked into here.
And the shop's security, picks you up running in, and basically, running in and taking cover, and then this guy following you in.
And also probably me telling the employees, like, yeah, get back, go. Get out of the way.
Now, they also record you shooting first once he walked in, but, all the outside witnesses are saying you were already shot at, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you spend a day dealing with that. They put out an APB for the bounty hunter. Not that it is illegal for him to try to collect a bounty, but, the whole firing into a crowd and things, there's some irresponsible behavior there.
Yeah.
Plus the owner of the shop would like to, his lawyer would like to have some words with the bounty hunter.
Damages.
That sort of thing.
The captain will hand the owner of the shop a 3,000 credit chit to help cover it, since he did get them involved.
Okay, the owner accepts that. This is a high-end store. Don't know if that'll cover all the damages, but it's a gesture he at least appreciates.
Yeah. He'll explain he was looking for a place to get out of the open, and he doesn't like getting people involved in matters like this, but that's why he warned his employees to get out.
Yes. And the manager understands, you were being shot at. You just ducked, you ducked the nearest place you could. He's sure he'll get the rest of the money out of that bounty hunter. Since I'm assuming you gave the authorities his.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, everything he's got.
This isn't the first time he's shot at me.
Which is, thanks to Io, a lot. Which, including him, like, attacking people in the racetrack, and
weird stalker guy.
Oh yeah, Corpsec is still looking for this guy.
Yeah. Same dude.
What a wild.
And of course, when they look, there's no legal bounty out on you.
Yeah.
Because this was an under the table thing.
And he would explain that he was attacked by a cartel boss's daughter. He defended himself. She was critically injured in the engagement, and their family put under the table bounty on him.
They perk up when you say cartel, but once you tell the whole story, that's out over in Hutt space.
Yeah. He'll explain that's basically an under the table deal, not an official bounty.
Now they do note that he was firing, stuns, blasters, so clearly he's contracted to bring you in alive.
And then he will refute that. He said dead or alive when he was shooting at him.
Oh, well, okay. So anyway, y'all make it back to the ship. If Io and Ozen grab a speeder at some point, you can be back before BL and Doc show up.
I know the plan. Yeah.
So you can pay their cab fare.
Yeah.
Before he returns to the ship, see, there were a few things he wanted to get. I'm not sure how much time he has.
Well, this day is pretty well blown.
Pretty well blown, okay.
Oh, but it is a big city, so even late at night, you could probably find some stuff open.
Yeah, and none of it's illegal. 2 are considered restricted, but none of it's illegal.
Well, if you're buying a restricted something without the proper licensing, then that becomes illegal.
Fair enough.
Or it's restricted where you as a civilian couldn't have it, period. Depending on what it is.
Either way. He would try to find somebody that could get it to him.
What is it you're looking for?
1 is a stun field. to equip BL with. And then 2 are things he could put on his rifle. One is an electronic blaster sighting system.
Okay.
And the other is a sighting macroscope, which is basically a long-range scope, which that's availability 2. So that one, at least, he could probably easily get.
Yeah. Like I said, the restricted thing we'll have to look at, but
Yeah.
But anyway, you all managed to get back to the ship, and
So
it's
it's
after
pretty-
9, so we're gonna wrap
Yeah.
here. I know we got a late
Okay.
start, but still.
Yeah.
So I hope anybody that came by and watched had fun. I hope my players had fun. I certainly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
If you're looking for more gaming in your life, though, Jeremy, what else have we got coming
More
up on
gaming
Dive
in your life. What a fucking
Mm-mm-mm.
way to say that. So most of our games are back by now, except for tomorrow's. So tune in on Thursday for Night's Ransom. Friday we don't have anything. Saturday is the Stolen Cities with Alex. Sunday is Varenheim's 3rd season with Trail. Monday is the Troubleshooters with Heath, unless for some reason it doesn't go again and they'll play some weird game on Monday. And then come back to us for Remnant Shadow, Star Wars actual play.
Yeah.
And we will see y'all next time.
Bye.